king. So I'm here with my buddy Devin. He brought his amazing king cobra named Taco. And they call him king cobras because they actually eat other snakes. We have a frozen thawed reticulated python here. I'm just gonna go ahead and offer it to Taco right now and see if it's interested. Oh yes, look at that. Took it right away. And that's right, king cobras eat other snakes. Now they will eat rodents and stuff like that in the wild as well. How big is Taco, Dev?
9 foot 3 inches.
9 foot 3 inches. King cobras are the largest venomous snake in the entire world, sometimes exceeding 18 foot in length. That's another reason why they would be called king. Now again, in the wild, they're gonna eat reticulated pythons. They're gonna eat other snakes, but they're also gonna eat rodents as well. Now it's really interesting to see this kind of thing going on here. King cobras have the second largest venom yield on the planet. That's what makes king cobras so deadly. It's not that their venom is very potent. It is, but it's not one of the top potent animals. But the thing is like most snakes, these guys will bite you and hang on, really pump you with venom. The venom yield on a king cobra can be up to 600 milligrams, even sometimes as much as 1 gram in captivity. That is an enormous amount of venom yield, enough to literally kill an adult elephant. And that venom is actually cytotoxic and neurotoxic, which basically happens when this animal is biting a snake or biting a person. First thing that's going to happen is your nervous system is going to start to trigger. You're going to feel some pain, you're going to feel nauseous, you're going to feel dizzy, things are going to start to shut down in your nervous system, and then it has a layer of cardiotoxin. So within 10 or 15 minutes, your heart starts to stop. Then you go into a coma. Your breathing becomes very difficult. You're pretty much gone. It can be about 30 minutes from a bite to actual fatality. The thing about king cobras that makes them so amazing is they're so inquisitive and so intelligent, but also the fact that they're so deadly. 1 in 3 bites, even if medically treated, can actually be fatal. Very, very careful, but I'm just gonna sit back.
Actually got venom drops right here on the ground. This nice gold liquid here is actually the venom from Taco's fangs.
That's absolutely nuts. So we're just gonna kind of sit back here. Look at how Taco is gonna eat this reticulated python. Again, right now it's just like, it's bitten it, it's holding on, right? It's not like a venomous snake that bites and lets go and lets the venom work. It's biting and hanging on and pumping venom into that snake. Again, this is a frozen thawed reticulated python, but if this was a live reticulated python, it wouldn't be able to get away, and Taco's just pumping the venom in until the animal actually succumbs to that venom, and then it's gonna eat it. Here, as soon as Taco thinks that the animal is succumbed, which it certainly has, it's gonna start just going down, and it's gonna be a really good meal for it. And there Taco goes. It actually positions itself, and it's just gonna suck it down like a spaghetti noodle. I mean, this is good protein for this animal. And a lot of times king cobras that are fed on snakes actually grow a little bit bigger. Now, of course, some rat eaters can get very large too, but this is their normal diet, right? They're normally eating snakes in the wild with a handful of rodents, so they're not heavily rodent eaters in the wild. That is just absolutely ridiculous to see. As much as I hate to see animals eat other animals, and certainly I love reticulated pythons, the fact is it's great when you're able to put a reticulated python that didn't make it to good use. You're recycling it. Taco is going to get a nice big meal. It's going to put a tremendous amount of growth in it. Taco being 9 foot 3 inches long is actually only about halfway there. Think about how big Taco is. One of the prettiest king cobras I've ever seen in my entire life. This one is from the Sumatran locality, and it is absolutely a ripper. But one day, again, it's going to be 15, 16, maybe even up to 18 foot long. But just take a look at it, just making short work of that reticulated python. In no time, it's going to put that reticulated python down like nothing. This is just so cool. This is the very first time I've ever seen a king cobra eat a snake in person. So this is absolutely an amazing experience. What a beautiful snake. Just being able to sit here this close to a king cobra as it's eating is absolutely one of the coolest experiences of my life. The thing is, there's no danger for me right now because it's preoccupied. It has something in its mouth, so I don't have to worry about getting bit. And of course, if it's shot over towards my way, I'm going to move as quick as I can. The truth is, Taco only has one thing on its mind right now, and that's eating this reticulated python. King cobras are actually the only cobra that is in the genus Ophiophagus, which is pretty interesting, and it really sets them apart from a lot of other cobras. Not only are they the longest cobra in the world, but they also can stand higher than any other cobra. When in a threat display, they can literally be sometimes 4 or 5 foot off the ground, and they have a massive hood on them too, something that you don't see with other cobras. Don't get me wrong, other cobras definitely hood up and they can stand up pretty high too, but nothing beats the threat display of a king cobra. You can see I'm kind of out pushing the snake a little bit right now, because until the snake gets a little bit down Taco's throat, it basically is just kind of moving back and forth, and it's trying to undulate those teeth and those fangs into pulling that snake in. Once it gets a little bit down into its throat, then it can start to undulate its muscles and move the snake down quicker. It's already starting to. That first little inch or two took quite a while for Taco to start, but now that it's got 3-4 inches of that snake down its throat, it's starting to move really quick and is making pretty short work of this reticulated python. As I see its fangs going and just kind of grabbing and pulling and grabbing and pulling, it's pretty spectacular. Man, I tell you what, this is, I'm on cloud 9, guys. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I cannot thank Deb enough for allowing me to be involved in this. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a link in the description to all of Deb's stuff. Go show him some love, because I tell you what, the work he's doing with king cobras is amazing. And what you're seeing here kind of proves what amazing work Deb has been doing with Taco. I mean, for this animal to literally be in a room full of people, cameras, commotion, it left, it's here, it's stuff like that, and it's still just eating like nothing. Doesn't seem to be phased one bit with the fact that I'm just literally a hand length away from the animal. It just seems to be going about its way. That tells you how intelligent these animals are and how well they can be trained. As Taco is finishing up, I wanted to make sure you guys knew about the amazing event we're putting down in Orlando called Animal Con USA. It's the last weekend in August. All of your favorite animal creators, over 100 animal creators from all over the world, are flying in. It's your opportunity not only to get to meet them and greet them, but also to hang out and have a great time. I'm going to put a link in the description to animalconusa.com. Definitely get your tickets now. Again, the last weekend in August in Orlando. If you guys think this is as amazing as I do, make sure you go down and hit that like button. Comment down below what you think about things. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. You can see Taco is getting down to the very little bit. It's peeking up now. Now it's starting to look around a little bit. That last little tail isn't going to take long to get down. It's going to move the rest of the body of that snake down, and it's going to have an amazing meal. This is probably the time where I'm going to back up just a little bit. Not that I'm worried about Taco at all, but I want to play it safe. I don't want to take any chances. This is incredible. What an amazing experience. Look at that. Look at how Taco is just finishing up. Oh, absolutely wonderful. Well, Dev, that was absolutely an amazing experience. And of course, we actually found out that Taco was a male when we sexed it here, believe it or not. Matter of fact, I'll put a card to that video right here. You guys can check that out. There's a new snake in Dev's care, and it happens to be a female king cobra. Take a look at that. How old is this? It's gotta be super small. Look at how it hurts up like that.
She's not even a month old. She's will be a month on the 10th. I've only had her for a couple of days.
Oh my gosh, so this is as fresh as we, and of course this is Sumatran, which is the exact same locality as Taco. They can breed it together and hopefully produce more beautiful king cobras just like Taco. This is amazing. Do you think you'll be able to tame this one out the same way that you've done with Taco?
Probably working with her the same exact way that I did with Taco, possibly, but each snake has a mind of their own, and they all have their own demeanor. So if I can get her close to what Taco is, I'll be fine.
Oh my gosh, that would be absolutely amazing. Taco is literally a 1 in a million. It really is. This is a baby king cobra pattern. They always have bands and they always have jet black. Taco was very similar to this as a baby, and then of course as it's gotten older it loses all those bands and turns that beautiful adult king cobra. I mean, look at how amazing that is. Its name is Tequila, and it's amazing to see its baby colors. As this animal gets to a year, 2 years of age, it's going to turn more of a tan, brown, even a reddish color. It's going to be one day maybe 14, 15 plus foot. King cobras have been known to get up to 18 foot in length, meaning they're the largest venomous snake on the planet. Of course, they're called the king because they eat other snakes, right? You can just see, you know, it almost looks like a statue. Maybe right now you're thinking, is that even real? But watch this. Whew. It's real. Keying on my hand right there and saying, don't get too close. This is threat display. It's a little tiny snake in a big world. So right now it's just saying, hey, don't muck with me. Turn around, it's seeing me a little bit, and that's okay. It's just trying to keep me away from it, right? It doesn't want to mess with me. King cobras really don't want to ever bite. Very few encounters in the wild are king cobras because they're very shy animals. They'd really prefer to run away from you than try to bite you. But you definitely don't want to get bit by something like this. Even a baby like this has a heck of a venom yield. Come on, look, come on over here. Making them really a quite fierce animal and something to be really careful with. There you go. Look at it. It's really hooding up now. Come on, buddy. Messing with those cobras certainly got my heart rate up. Speaking of, our time is up. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot